Your first look at high school football scores and highlights. This is First Down Friday Night with the WCDX Sports Team. First Down Friday Night is sponsored by your local Health Mart Pharmacy and B2EDI. Be the best to ever do it.
Cold weather is in the air, and that's cool because the action continues to stay hot on the high school football gridiron. And we've got you covered for another week on another episode of First Down Friday Night. It's week 8 of the season, so some of our teams, they are playing for better postseason positioning, while others are trying to just finish the season off on a good note. Now, home playoff games and leads in several regions, they were on the line tonight across the Tennessee Valley from state line to state line. Of course, I'm Mo Carter, but I've also got Charity Chambers, and I've got Kayla Carlisle, who will let us know about some of those other big games that have region implications on the line. Ladies, the stage is yours.
Tonight we had a good matchup in Class 6A as Shoals hosted Buckhorn. Both of these two teams coming off of losses, hoping to get back in that win column. I'll show you who walked away with the victory tonight.
Tonight is all about the big dogs in Class 4A and 7A. First up on our list, we've got the number 2 team in the state in Class 4A. Madison Academy hosted New Hope earlier this evening. We'll take a look at that game. Plus, we'll take a look at 2 out of the 3 teams tied for first place in Class 7A Region 4. Sparkman taking on James Clemens right here at Madison City School Stadium. All of that and more coming up in just a few minutes.
Can't wait to check out those highlights in just a few minutes. And don't forget, we've got that scrolling ticker right here, everybody, to check out all your scores from across the area. Now in Class 6A, Region 8, Cullman sits on top, but right behind them are Shoals and Athens. Tonight, the Golden Eagles had their chance to play their way into a first-place tie with a victory. So let's take you out to all the action. And, of course, Athens will be the one that strikes first. Former First Down Friday Night MVP of the week, Jalen Gilbert, gets the ball right up the middle, and he scores right here to put Athens up 7-0. More from Gilbert as he gets on the receiving end of Jordan Scott's swing pass, and watch him just run through the Cullman defense for a score that puts the Golden Eagles up 14-0. And more from Athens. Jordan Scott rolls to the right. He's like, I'm just going to throw it back to a wide open Zach Seawick. They call him Lefty. Out there in the Athens area, 21-0 Golden Eagles. And look, Athens continue to keep their foot on the pedal. They will score right here on this slant pass from Jordan Scott to Avante Thompson. It was 28-0 at that point. Let's check out your final score tonight from Athens, Alabama, as the Golden Eagles fly to a 28-0 victory over Cullman. Big win for those guys. Next week, Decatur will take on Athens, while Cullman will take on Shoals. Now, Hartselle, they handed Shoals a stunning loss last week. Tonight, they look to keep things going against Hazel Green, who was rocking the pink jerseys. We will start things off at the beginning of the game. Opening kickoff, Azaria Fletcher, I hope I'm saying that right, or Azaria Fletcher. He gets the opening kickoff, and look at him just put on the speed. 70 yards later, he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 7-0, Hartselle on top. Now later on in the first quarter, Hartselle with a little razzle-dazzle. It's a reverse. No, it's a double reverse, everyone. And on the double reverse, Eli Tidwell finally gets the rock and picks up a solid gain. That would set up this. Crawford Lane coming through and booting in the long field goal. It's up and it's good. Hartselle on top, 10-0. Trojans go 3 and out, and they're forced to punt, but the ball snap over Luke Peoples' head, resulting in a safety. So now the Tigers extend their lead to 12-0. Now on the kickoff, this was a fun game if you are a special teams person. Once again, it is Mr. Fletcher. And if you didn't learn your lesson the first time, then you learned the lesson again, as Fletcher will pick up a great game almost to the midfield stripe. Eventually, that will set up this. It's Crawford once again, Crawford Lang that is, coming on for another field goal, and it is good, 15-0. Did I mention ensuing kickoff? So here's Hartselle kicking off, and this time they kick it off to Hazel Green, and Hazel Green decides, hey, we want to make a play finally. So check out number 3, roll right across the field, and he is going all the way. No, he's not. He's actually going to be tackled around the 5-yard line. But great play for Hazel Green to swing some momentum. They finally get on the board with an easy run by Zion McCoy. The extra point is missed. Tigers up 15-6 at that point. But let's check out your final in this one, as it was all about Hartselle. They go on to win 45-6. Next week, Hazel Green will take on Columbia, while Hartselle will take on Buckhorn. How about last night? Decatur traveling over to the Huntsville area to take on the Eagles of Columbia at Milton Frank. First quarter, Eagles down by 7. Malcolm Key goes for the handoff, but the ball gets dropped in transition, and it'll be the Red Raiders who come through with the recovery. So Coach Jerry Adcock and company, here they go. The pressure's on. Grayson Viermeyer pushes back and throws a long pass in the end zone. And Edward Gaston Jr. says not today. Now also looking who represented tonight for the best to ever do it. We'll hear from that later on. Now here we go. Before the chaos erupted, it's Key going across the middle, but unfortunately it's intercepted by Paxton Duper for Decatur. He makes the catch and picks up a nice gain on this one, setting up Decatur in great scoring position. And that would lead to this. Viermeyer hits Josh Turner on the screen pass, and Turner walks into the end zone, everybody. Let's check out your final score from last night as Decatur goes on to win by a final of 45-0. As we mentioned, Decatur will take on Athens next week, and Columbia will take on Hazel Green. So we've seen what is happening most of the teams in Class 6A Region 8, but what about Muscle Shoals? See, the Trojans, they were a half game behind Cullman for first place, who they'll face next week. But tonight they had to face off against a scrappy Buckhorn team that's won 3 of the last 4. Charity Chambers has highlights from the Shoals area coming up right now.
Tonight was a crucial game for both Buckhorn and Muscle Shoals, but for different reasons. The Trojans still have a chance to win their region. Buckhorn trying to hold on to a playoff spot. The Trojans coming off of their first loss of the season last week to Hartselle, hoping to get back on the winning side of things, and they were off to a hot start. Kickoff. Muscle Shoals' Devin Townsend back to receive, and he has some great blocking. He picks up some good yardage. Townsend got them in good scoring position, and they're marching down the field. Luke Peoples rolls to his right, finds Connor Sims, who picks up the first down. Brooks Berry breaks through before being brought down at about the 1-yard line. And why not let Berry score? On the keep, he breaks the planes for the score. Extra point is good. Trojans lead 7-0. And I gotta say, Muscle Shoals came to play. It's third down. Bucks trying to get something going, but Will Weaver says not today. 4 and out for the Bucks. Trojans actually blocked the punt, which resulted in a safety, so they lead 9-0. A little bit later, Buckhorn back on offense. Milwaukee hands it off to Ryan Henry, but Aiden Gay denies him. Trojans just looking solid on all sides of the ball. They're back on offense. This time, Peoples airing it out to A.J. Cherry, and he holds it in for the score. Muscle Shoals had a commanding lead, but let's take a look at the final score. A little bit down the road, R.A. Hubbard taking on Waterloo. Chiefs down 24-14 late in the second quarter, but they're driving down the field. Derek Wiggins Jr. on the QB keep picks up the first down and then some. The very next play, Wiggins with time in the pocket. He finds Tyrus Johnson across the middle. He runs it in for the score. R.A. Hubbard down by 4. They're going for 2. Wiggins rolls to his right. He lobs it up to Keandrick Cobb. 2-point conversion is good, putting them within 2. And they would go for an onside kick. And Montravian Kellogg is all over that. Chiefs were unable to capitalize on it, though. Waterloo with the ball with 8 seconds to play. Last play of the half. Campbell Parker rolls to his left. He launches it deep down the field to Garrick Harder. He catches it, but he's forced out of bounds as time expired. So going into the half, Waterloo led 24-22. But let's take a look at the final score. Next week, R.A. Hubbard will be taking on Shoals Christian. Waterloo will be facing off against Cherokee. Muscle Shoals taking on Cullman. Buckhorn will be facing off against Hartselle. That'll do it for me here. Mo, send it back to you.
Thanks, Charity. We're just getting started here on First Down Friday night. Up next, we'll take you to Pell City, Alabama, as Fort Payne tried to keep their region titles hope alive tonight. We got those highlights and much more next.
Now, back to the action on First Down Friday night.
Hey, everyone, don't forget, we are on social media. Of course, I'm at Mo Carter WZDX, Charity at Charity WZDX, and of course, Kayla Carlisle at Kayla WZDX. We've still got about 20 minutes left in the show. Send us a tweet. We may read it out loud on air within the show. Now, of course, we have teamed with Pro Football Hall of Famer and Best to Ever Do It brand creator Walter Jones this season to find the best linemen in the area. Now, the brand promotes greatness not only on the football field, but also in the community. And also, we got guys who are helping feed the homeless. Kayla Carlisle has more with our Walter Jones Best to Ever Do It offensive lineman of this week.
This week, we traveled out to Mae Jemison High School.
Any linemen out here?
How about Jaquan Tony? Is he out here?
Coming in at 6 feet 4 inches, 280 pounds, Jaquan Tony wins this week's Walter Jones Best to Ever Do It Offensive Lineman of the Week award.
No, I did not expect this. I thought there was a team thing, but you know.
Little did Jaquan know, practice was all about him and his hard work put in on the field every day.
If you dream of being a big player, just keep working at that level, and you'll get what you deserve.
Jaquan said it best. The offensive line is the engine of the team. NFL Hall of Famer Walter Jones knows exactly what that's like and had a chance to tell Jaquan all about it one-on-one.
Football, especially that, but what you're doing in the classroom, what you're doing in the community, man, just keep it up. So I just wanted to recognize you, man, because this is where it started at, man, in high school with all the coaches, man. So I just want to congratulate you, man. Keep up the good work, man, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Growing up, Jaquan has always dreamed of making it to the NFL. As a child, he attended pro football camps like Jones's to help develop him into the player he is today. He says that's something he would love to do for his community in the future.
Most definitely, yes. The exposure is the biggest thing, actually, in most football players.
On the field, Jaquan is known for his power. Off the field, he's known for his big heart. But when winter rolls around, Jaquan shows off his skills in another sport.
What's your favorite sport besides football?
Wrestling.
Do you wrestle?
Yeah, I wrestle. It's fun because, like, it's only you and that man standing. Like, it's just you and him.
Congratulations to Jaquan on being this week's Walter Jones Best to Ever Do It Offensive Lineman of the Week. Tune in next week to see who we pick next.
Hey, Walt, check this little guy out. I'm about to hold. I gotta move this thing around.
Congratulations on being elected Walter Jones Best to Ever Do It Lineman of the Week. Continue to work hard and be the best every day.
All right, everyone, let's get back to some more high school action. Fort Payne, one win away from playing for a region title, but first they had to take on Pell City. First quarter, Wildcats knocking on the door. They go with Hunter Love, and number 2 scores from 2 yards out. That puts Fort Payne on top 10-0. But Pell City, they will respond with a long drive that's capped off by David Keith, and he's into the end zone for a score. Pell City trails 10-7, but back comes Fort Payne. J.D. Blaylock, their quarterback, in the shotgun. He goes with a play-action pass, steps back, and then fires a laser across the middle for a touchdown right here to Marcus Ledford, 29 yards. Fort Payne on top 17-7. Now, right before the half, Fort Payne finding pay dirt again. They go to the workhorse. It's Hunter Love from 10 yards out, and that's a touchdown. 24-7 at that break. Let's check out your final score from this one as Fort Payne goes on to win by a final of 41-20. Next week, Fort Payne will take on Oxford for the region title. That's going to be a huge matchup right down there in football land, everybody. Now we've reached halftime here on First Down Friday night. Up next, we will check in with Class 7A where the big boys play, including Sparkman as they took on James Clemens. Stay with us.
Now, more scores and highlights from across the valley on First Down Friday night.
Of course, this year we've got 4 ways to watch First Down Friday night. Of course, live at 10 p.m. right here on WZDX and also online, RocketCityNow.com. The full show is on the WZDX YouTube page around midnight, or you can sit back on Sunday at 6 p.m. and watch it on Whammy 54.2. Now in Class 7A, we saw Florence upset Sparkman on last week. That created a 3-way tie for first place for that region with Austin, Sparkman, and James Clemens. Tonight, the latter of the two squaring off with basically a home playoff game on the line. Kayla Carlisle out in Madison tonight. She's got more.
Well, Mo, like you just mentioned last week, the Senators were upset by Florence. But for James Clemens, the Falcons were never a team they were officially able to face. Because of COVID-19, their game against the Falcons was forfeited, giving James Clemens the win. So tonight's game is all about knowing your opponent. In tonight's case, it's all about the defense. Both the Jets and Senators' defenses can make or break this game tonight. It all comes down to who can make the stops. Second quarter, Jets are up 7-0. Senators with the ball. Nick Sawyer goes long to Matt Rozier. He makes the catch, and Senators get a first down. Fast forward a few plays, Senators are first and goal. Sawyer hands it off, but the ball gets fumbled, and the Jets, they're there to recover. But the Jets wouldn't capitalize. Senators back with the ball. This time, Sawyer goes long again, this time for the touchdown pass, but the Jets, Ephraim Rollingson, picks it off to end the half. So So fast forward, we go into the third quarter action now. Jets are on third down. Connor Cantrell pushes back and goes for the pass to Manny Sanders, but it's the Senators who team up to block the pass and make it incomplete. Senators ready for another go. Sawyer takes the snap. He calls his own number. He pushes through the defenders, making it over the line for the score. A little animosity between the two teams, but Sparkman gets the score and ties it up. But here's a look at your final score. Next week, James Clemens travels to Albertville. Sparkman will travel to Huntsville. Over in Class 4A tonight, number 2 in the state, Madison Academy took on New Hope at home, and here's how it went. Second quarter, still no score between these two, so we fast forward to New Hope's ball. Dylan Selvage hands it off to Divine Beebe, and he gains some good yardage for the Indians. Indians ready to score now. Selvage fakes the handoff, fakes us out as well. He does it himself, taking it to the house to put the Indians up now 7-0. Mustangs with the ball. Avery Seaton takes the snap, and he connects with Lawson Minor. Mustangs move down the field and finally pick up some momentum. Madison Academy not necessarily in scoring position, but check this out. Seaton with the ball, and he finds an opening. He goes for it, slipping and sliding through defenders, taking it all the way to the end zone. Mustangs get on the board, tying it up 7-7. Here's a look at your final score for that matchup. Looks like New Hope was trying to give Madison Academy a run for their money tonight. Next week, the Mustangs will take on St. John Paul II, while New Hope will take on North Jackson. In Madison, I'm Kayla Carlisle, WZDX Sports.
All right, thank you, Kayla. Big 7A game taking place at Milton Frank Stadium tonight. Grissom taking on Bob Jones. Grissom quarterback Jacob Foss throwing the fade, and he hauls it in. Well, it's hauled in by Reed Dexter, 20-yard touchdown. Grissom led 7-0 at that point. Now, if you heard these guys once, you're about to hear them once again. It's Jacob Foss going down the field, fade route, and who else is it? Dexter Reed hauling it in, this time a 30-yard touchdown. 14-0 Tigers at the break. This was the play of the game in the third quarter. Bob Jones in scoring position, but then the running back fumbles the ball, and you gotta love this. Kenneth Long, the big man, he's at the 50, the 40, he's got a convoy down to the 20, 15, 10, 5, big man touchdown, everybody. 21-0 at that point. Let's check out your final score from this one. Bob Jones made it a game, but it was Grissom that hauled in the 28-21 victory tonight, thanks to the long touchdown by Mr. Kenneth Long. All right, everyone, we'll wrap up the show after the break.
Now, more scores and highlights from across the valley on First Down Friday night.
All right, before we wrap things up, I want to say congratulations to East Lawrence, 3A Region 8 champions. Congrats to those guys. Now, in 5A Region 8, Russellville and East Limestone entering tonight both unbeaten in region play. So basically, it was the de facto region title on the line tonight out in West Alabama. And it was homecoming for Russellville, but could they celebrate a victory? Russellville up 28-7 when East Limestone's Dylan Parrish firing a laser down the middle, and it is caught by his man for a touchdown. That cuts into the Russellville lead, making it 28-13. Now later on, Golden Tigers trying to put this game away. They go to their workhorse running back, and that is Caleb Matthews, who you will see in just a short amount of time. He is sitting back there in the running back position, and he will take this handoff, and Matthews will cut back, and then he will pick up a great gain and sets up Russellville for a scoring position. Now later on, it will be Connor Warhurst who will dive over the pile for a touchdown right there, and that basically puts away the game. Russellville goes on to win. Let's check out your final score from this one as they go on to win by a final of 35-19. Now next week, East Limestone will take on Sylvania, while Russellville will take on Lee. All right, boys and girls, let's tell you about our First Down Friday Night MVP of the week. It's Falkville running back Christian Angulo. He's the newest First Down Friday Night MVP after a great week last week. He scored 4 total touchdowns, including 10 tackles, in the 62-0 victory over Tanner. We want to say congratulations to him. They've got a big game next week against North Sand Mountain. Now, you can help us choose the next First Down Friday Night MVP of the week. Just send us an email at rocketcitynow.com with the player's name, the school, the position, and of course the stats from the last game. We will introduce you to the newest winner on Wednesday. That'll do it for another week of First Down Friday night. For the whole crew, I'm Mo Carter. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to mask up.
You've been watching First Down Friday Night, sponsored by your local Health Mart Pharmacy and B2EDI. Be the best to ever do it.